Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today I thought I would show you guys just another what I eat in a day, because I just love filming these videos. I love food and you guys really seem to enjoy them. I've been switching up my eating routines a little bit lately, so I just thought I would, film this video for you guys, and yeah. If you guys are not already, please consider subscribing to my channel and also following me on my other social medias. I always have them in the description box, and I think that's all I have to say, so without further ado, let's get on into it. Every single morning I start off with my collagen gummies from Mary Ruth. They are vegan and they taste so good. Once I'm ready for breakfast, I head downstairs and I pop one piece of pumpernickel bread into the toaster. And then while that is cooking, I am just greasing my pan with some butter and making 2 over easy eggs. Once they're a little bit more cooked, I just separate them and flip. Once the eggs are cooked, I'm just placing them on top of the bread, and to finish off the breakfast, I am just throwing some Frank's hot sauce on top. Everything is better with hot sauce. And we could never forget about iced coffee, so I'm just making my typical Starbucks iced coffee with my almond milk, and then I'm just using a tablespoon of the Coffee Mate Creme Brulee creamer. It's so yummy, and it gets me going every morning. Usually around 1 o'clock is when I eat lunch, so today I'm just having a little caprese salad with some grape tomatoes, organic balsamic glaze, and mozzarella cheese. So I'm just going to take a handful of these grape tomatoes and just cut them all in half. And then I'm just taking my block of mozzarella and cutting off a chunk. I don't really measure it out. I'm just kind of eyeballing. And I'm going to take that piece right there and chop it into smaller cubes. Once everything is cut up, I'm just going to throw them both into a bowl. And then I'm just going to throw some balsamic glaze over the top. This is such a delicious little lunch. Highly, highly recommend if you enjoy tomatoes. I actually did not like tomatoes until about a year ago, but it's so good. Also for lunch, I'm just making a smoothie, so I'm going to be using my Ghost Whey protein. This is the peanut butter cereal milk flavor. It's pretty good actually if you like peanut butter. So I'm just going to take a scoop of that and throw it into our fancy new blender. I'm going to put an entire banana in there, about a 1/4 cup of frozen blueberries, and 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk. I also added in 5 frozen strawberries, but I did those one by one.
Maybe I am too straightforward person, and you can tell it's crossing the line. Crossing the line. Do your thing and don't mind my thing. Take the...
As of late, my favorite dinner to make has been shrimp stir fry. So I'm just going to throw some raw shrimp into a colander. I think there was about 15 shrimp in here, but it made 2 servings for me, so I had leftovers, and I'm just going to throw that into the sink, turn the water on ever so slightly, and just have it run over the shrimp to defrost them. While the shrimp is defrosting, we are just going to create our teriyaki sauce. So you're going to need honey, soy sauce, rice vinegar, and cornstarch. So you're just going to need 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of honey, and half a teaspoon of cornstarch. I got this recipe from Pinterest, the goat.
I still don't wanna add. Don't wanna add.
Just going to throw that all in a bowl and mix it on up. Once the shrimp has defrosted, you're just going to go back in and devein them. This isn't a necessary step, but it just helps the shrimp taste less like sandy or gritty, and it only takes like a couple extra minutes. We're going to take about 1/3 of the teriyaki sauce we created and pour it into a baggie with the shrimp and place that in the fridge for as long as you would like them to marinate. For the rest of the stir fry, you're just going to need some basic ingredients. So first you're going to need some couscous, you're going to need stir fry vegetables. These were just left over from a can. I added in some frozen broccoli, about 1/4 of a cauliflower head, red pepper, green pepper. Again, this was left over from a previous meal. We're going to start off by pouring and heating up 1/2 cup of water and pouring out 1/3 cup of the dry couscous. While the water is heating up, we're just going to prepare our veggies. So I'm just obviously cutting the red pepper as well as the cauliflower.
Swipe left, scroll down, same chick, but you're living in a new town. Am I the issue? I'm the original. Cute face, but you got no taste. Wouldn't trade it for its weight in gold. One of these days, someone's gonna love me right. One of these days, maybe I can get it right. One of these days.
Once the water is heated, we're just going to throw in the dry couscous, let it sit, and we're going to head over to the stove and throw in all our vegetables into a big pan. I'm also going to add in just a touch of olive oil to help the vegetables cook.
I die before I try to reason with the devil. Won't play a losing game. I ain't about to settle.
Once we have let the veggies cook for a few minutes, we're just going to put in the remainder of the teriyaki sauce and put the top back on to help it cook. Once the couscous has expanded, we are also going to throw that into the pot and just basically fold in everything. Once everything was done cooking, I just threw it into a big pot so I could use that same pan to cook the shrimp. These should only take about a minute to cook on each side, so you're going to want to flip them all over after about a minute. And then once they are done cooking, just throw your vegetables and couscous back into the pan to mix the shrimp in, and that is basically it. It might seem complicated, but it is literally such a simple dinner, and it's so tasty. It makes such a large portion too, so you have leftovers for the next day.
Days, someone's gonna love me right. One of these days, maybe I can get it right. One of these days, someone's gonna love me right. One of these days.
Of course, I always get hungry later in the night, so for a snack today I just had some Boom Chicka Pop. I just threw it into this little bowl, and then oddly I was craving a dill pickle. I don't know, I absolutely love dill pickles, so I just felt like having one. So that is all for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, please hit that like button and leave a comment down below what your favorite meal was in this video, because it would help me out way more than you realize, and I also just love interacting with you guys. As always, if you guys have video requests you want to see, let me know, especially transitioning into fall. I definitely want to brainstorm a lot of ideas for you guys. I think that's all I have to say. I love you all so much. I hope you have a great rest of your day whenever you're watching this, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.